Veronica?
Hi guys! Hi, please subscribe to Alan's YouTube channel and then we will enjoy a hike together.
Thank you.
Did I pronounce your name properly?
Perfect, perfect. So subscribe. See you soon. Good morning. Today we are hiking again. We're going to the canyon here, close to Tbilisi. Let's see. So we are going to Birtvisi. It's an entire day of hiking here in Georgia, in the central region. It's going to be between 5 to 6 hours. So now I'm going to get some food, get some sunscreen, because hopefully the weather will stay like this. And let's see. Here we are in the canyon. It's going to be a nice hike day. Look at this place. So before we start, short stop in the bathroom and we are ready to go. So we're ready for a new adventure. Came for this hike in Georgia to see how it's going. So here we're having a private lesson regarding plants, right? We're all around the world, so people from the States, from Georgia. Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia. Are you interested in playing in plants too?
I am.
What do you know? What do you know about plants?
I just found out what wild ginger looks like.
We're getting more information.
Probably he specializes more about venomous stuff.
About women?
No, venomous. Let's go.
Where are we?
Where are we?
Yeah.
It's central Georgia.
Okay.
This place is called Tbilisi National Park, and it's this place where we are at now. It's Birtvisi Canyon.
Okay. Birtvisi Canyon.
Canyon. So
11 kilometers, you said?
approximately 11. Yeah, somewhere like that. But here is a lot of trails to different directions.
Okay.
Also depends how deep inside of the gorge people will willing to go and stuff, because you even can climb on top of the cliffs, what is fortress basically. And also this hike, what we are doing is starting from Amlevi village.
Okay.
And from Amlevi we are going down to the canyon. We will check out the church, and then we basically should to go up here inside of this narrow gorge.
Okay.
And cross this mountain and go to another side of the canyon, where we will go inside of one of the gorges also, check out that fortress what is inside. And it's basically, canyon is adapted as a fortress, what means there is a very narrow passage.
Yeah.
And in that narrow passage there is built walls with door, and there is like 3 of such a thing.
Okay.
And then
Which is the best season for doing hikes here in Georgia?
from May,
Okay.
depends on region, but
So now
can
when
say
we are
like,
now.
now it's April, so from central Georgia we can start hiking in March.
Okay.
Also in some places we can hike without problem in the winter too, but generally hiking season starts somewhere beginning of April, or it can be end of the April,
Okay.
end of the May. Sometimes we even have hiking opening season, what is somewhere in May, if I remember exactly. But generally depends on the weather. You can start hiking at least in central Georgia in early spring.
And which are like 3 important tips for people that are coming from abroad to hike? What should we checking, or what should we be aware of?
So basically, first thing what I will tell and what I interact very often is that people very often using Google Maps for checking the trails, and it's not quite valid and good. So better use some offline maps. There is a Mappy CZ, or there is Maps.me. There is also Osman. There is a Gaia, different type of offline maps what you can use, and it's really useful. Also try to find the information in the internet and prepare in advance, or find some Georgian hiking groups. For example, Trekking in Caucasus, you can join that Facebook group, and before coming in Georgia you can just post there, is it right time for example for Azbegi mountain hikes, or it is good period for Svaneti, or so on and so on. And what else I can say?
Bears, snakes.
So wild animals are not quite aggressive in Georgia. So what is aggressive and what is really important to know is like shepherd dogs.
Wow, shepherd dogs.
Yeah, so shepherd dogs are not quite friendly, especially if you see lots of sheep. Be careful that there will be a shepherd dogs, and if you will interact with them, minimum what you're supposed to do is like stay still and wait shepherd to come and help you, or just wait when the sheep will leave, and also dogs will leave you, and mostly they bark at you and not let you to walk. So you should too look at the dog's body language, and if they show the teeth and they are very aggressive, it's quite dangerous.
Wow.
But if they don't show you teeth and they just bark at you, just stay still and wait. And doesn't matter how long, you should stay still and wait.
Those are the recommendations then.
Yeah,
stay safe. How it's called, that snake, you said?
White era. Just
white beta.
White era.
White beta.
White era is basically venomous snake.
We should be considering that one then.
Yeah, and it's quite dangerous, so you have to be careful with that.
And bears can be friendly, you say, or not?
They just don't care about you. They will avoid you. They hear you and sniff you very long away. But they mostly don't interact with the people, they don't attack the people, and they are quite friendly. Just avoid the mama bears with the cubs, and if you see that, just move away and go to another direction. Also look where they are going, to not to go that way. What else? Other wild animals are not quite dangerous here, like they don't care.
Good tips.
They just avoid you.
There are these kind of fortresses that used to be fortress on the war. That's why they also have like certain kind of church, and they were not destroyed by the invaders. That's why here they came to pray, as you can see. This is Georgia. Okay, now the trail became really vertical. We're divided in two. That's why our guide has a handy, and back down the other guy has another handy, just in case we split. Woo. I'm on top of the world. 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 Making up at the Atlanta. So let's speak about Georgia. Meanwhile, we're doing these 11 kilometers, right?
Yes. Well, about Georgia.
Georgia.
Well, I'm definitely not a specialist on Georgia yet. I moved to Georgia 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
Wow, from where?
From Mongolia.
Wow, what were you doing in Mongolia?
I was studying and working.
In Mongolia?
In Mongolia, yes. I went to Mongolia from Poland when I was very young. I was 24. And then I moved there permanently for 9 years. I got my PhD. Sorry guys, I have to. We are coming. Wait for us. We go to
Mongolia.
Canada.
Okay, meanwhile, a little bit of story about Georgia. This country, it's an Orthodox country, one of the first Orthodox countries in the world. Now, it's big in the size, but just 3 million people are living here. So it's quite interesting to come. Tbilisi is the main capital. That's why we are staying. So if you want some recommendations, just hit me in the comments, because I've been staying in great hostels. A lot of tourists are coming. This is also a cheap country and people are wonderful, and also the food. Now let's keep hiking with the girls. I don't know where they're from. Lunchtime. Tuna can, tomatoes, and matze because it's Passover, and cheese. I would like to have some cool stuff, but it's Passover. So, vediamo. After lunch, this is the canyon. We need to walk.
That Arsena was fighting against, let's say, corrupted nobles of Georgian ones, and also Russian military nobles and stuff. So he was quite problematic to those guys, and also he was quite interesting person. He was robbing some nobles and giving these people to different people and using that. So he was like social worker guy in the north side of the world.
The Georgian Robin Hood.
The Georgian Robin Hood.
The Georgian Robin Hood.
Version.
What was his name?
Arsena. They call it Arsena Fortress. So
Arsena's fortress. Okay, the mountains I always like to sing, so which song are we going to do now? More than a woman, more than a woman to me. Okay, enough, let's continue. Okay, 15 kilometers, no sorry, 11 kilometers here in the National Park, the canyon. We will be ending out watching the Armenian border out there. We're super in the south from Georgia. So this was one of the last ones in Tbilisi because we are going to move to another city. Thanks for enjoying this, and I don't know what else to say. Thank you again. This was Georgia, first hike. See you on the next one.